Assalamu alaikum students. So I am back with your another lesson. So our today's lesson is about difference between animal and plant cell. We already talked about animal cell in last week and we talked about the plant cell in the last lectures. So let's differentiate between animal cell and plant cell. You already have been some things in your mind about the parts of the animal cell and the parts of the plant cell which are different, right? And then we'll identify the diagram of plant and animal cell. So at the end, you are going to be able to identify the diagrams that this is the diagram of the animal cell and this is the diagram of the plant cell, right? So whenever you are going to differentiate between two things, you are always going to make a table, right? Aligning between one side animal cell, other side plant cell. So in animal cell, no chloroplast, right? There is no chloroplast present in animal cell, but yep, where chloroplast is present in plant cell because plant has to prepare their own food through photosynthesis. Animal cells do not have a cellulose cell wall, but plant cell has a cellular cell wall. Why cellulose cell wall in plant cell? Yeah, because plant can't move to find out shelter. Animal contain very small vacuole, right? I told you about and I show you the vacuole of the animal cell in the last week lectures. If you do not understand what I'm talking about, just go through the lecture which were delivered in the last week so you have a clear idea about the part of animal cell. Okay, and plants cell contain a big vacuole. Cytoplasm fills the cell, means there's whole cytoplasm around the cell because there isn't any big thing in the animal cell. But cytoplasm is reduced to thin lining in plant cell because there is a big vacuole in between the plant cell. Okay, animal have no starch grain in cytoplasm, but plants have starch grains in cytoplasm. What is the reason for that? Because animal can move to get food but plant cannot move to get food, so they have to have some stored food, so whenever they need food they can have that food. Okay, so now tell me which diagram is of animal cell and which diagram is of plant cell. So if you see, there's very a big vacuole here, right? So where we can find a big vacuole? In plant cells. Yeah. So this diagram is going to belong to a plant cell and this diagram is going to belong to a animal cell. You are very right. And you can see the chloroplast, the green pigment, right? So chloroplast is a distinctive part of plant cell. So we have many things to identify plant cell. A chloroplast and a big vacuole belongs to plant cell, and animal cell, a very simple cell, cell membrane, cytoplasm, nucleus, or maybe chromosome. Good enough. Okay, we are basically done with that chapter of cells, animal and plant cells. Let's just reinforce the function of different parts of cells so you can have a clear idea about the functions of the part of cell, and you are going to be learn about the part of cells very well. Okay, so let's explain the function of different parts of cell and let's label the diagram of animal plant cell. I know you already have drawn the diagram of animal cell and plant cell. Let's just label them so I can see how much you got. Okay, so these are the part of cells, part of animal and plant cell actually. Okay, so cellulose cell wall, what is the function of cell wall? It supports the plant, it's a regular shape, right? And to hold it. What is the function of cell membrane? It is also a part of animal and plant cell both. A cell membrane is partially permeable membrane, allowing certain substances to pass through. I already described the permeable means in the last week lecture. If you have any confusion about the partially permeable membrane, just go through that lecture. Okay. Cytoplasm, all the chemical reaction takes place here. Vacuole, it stores air, liquid, and gas in animal cell and cell sap in plant cell. I told you about that liquid, the sky blue liquid, right? Chloroplast is only present in plant cell and it absorbs light to provide energy for photosynthesis. Good. Starch grain, stored food in plant cell, nucleus that control all the chemical reaction and it is present in plant and animal both cells. Chromosome, it contains instructions which are passed from one generation to another generation. I explained it very well in the last week lecture. If you have any confusion, just that, okay? Go through that lecture. Okay, I'm giving you a minute to label the diagram. Just write the name of the parts, number 1, number 2, number 3, 4, 5, and 6. Write down the names of the part, and then I'll reveal the answer after a minute, and then you have to mark yourself how much you got. Okay, this is a kind of tiny quiz, so start your quiz. Your 1 minute is start now. Just start it very quickly. Okay, I think you all have done with the parts, right? Let's reveal the answer so you can mark yourself. You have to mark yourself, and when you are going to submit your assignment, you have to submit that paper on which you mark yourself. Okay, so I can see how much marks you got and how much you learn about the animal and plant cell. Okay, so ready? Let's reveal the answers. So if you label number 1 as cytoplasm, then you are absolutely correct. Mark yourself 1. Number 2, nucleus. If you mark number 2 as nucleus, then you are absolutely correct. 1 plus 1. Number 3 is cell membrane. If you marked it cell membrane, then yep, you are right. Plus 1 for yourself. Number 4 is mitochondria. Mitochondria is irrelevant to your syllabus, but I just mentioned here because it's present in both animal and plant cells. So if you didn't get it, like what is this, then it's okay. You are going to get a grace mark for that. If you label number 5 as cell wall, then yep, you are very, very correct. Cell wall is present in plant cell and not present in animal cell. If you uh, mark number 6 as vacuole, then you are correct. Vacuole is very tiny in animal cell, but very large in plant cell. If you mark number 7 as chloroplast, then you are absolutely correct. 7 out of 7 for yourself, because the green pigment is going to be chloroplast, and that is only present in plant cell. Very well done. And assignment, you are going to complete this table. You are going to write the function of cell wall. You have to label the different part of a plant cell. Just draw a diagram very neat and tidy. I really love to check very neat and tidy diagrams. You can use color pencils, but please do it very neatly. Okay, and you have to write down the difference between animal and plant cell. I already told you that. So good luck with your assignment. I hope to see you soon, and stay safe and do study, do complete your assignment on time. I'm looking forward to your assignments. Allah Hafiz.